Hey, Sean here from the Speakers Group and Succeed Speaking. And let me first of all tell you why I'm coming to you with such an ugly background here. There actually is a point to it. Behind me, these are all the speaker materials I've received, or I should say some of the speaker materials I've received over the last few months. These are the ones that didn't get thrown out or shredded. Let me duck out of the way here. You can see just a little bit. I'm actually sitting on the floor here, kind of an odd place to shoot a video, but I want you to be able to see this. This is just a portion of the materials that we receive. We've got more in another room, and as I mentioned, some get thrown away immediately. But these are materials that at least were deemed worthy of looking at, and that's why they're sitting here in my office. So if you send out your materials to other speakers bureaus or to meeting planners, prospective clients, and I'm sure you do, whether you send them in an email, I can show you my email folders, and they probably look even nastier than this. But if you send out your materials, then obviously you want somebody to look at them, right? I mean, your goal is not to land in a stack like this. This stack is just one step better than the trash can, because to be honest, I don't know when that we'll actually get to those. But I want to show you or introduce you to one speaker who managed to cut through the crowd, and he's the one speaker who came to me unsolicited, had no idea who he was, sent in his materials, and I booked him almost exactly 12 months later. So he's the one speaker in all of 2010 and so far in 2011. He's the one speaker who came to me unsolicited, who we've actually worked together. We've booked a date together. So if he managed to do that, I thought you might be interested in hearing about his approach, what he did, and I'm going to show you his materials and show you what he did, and actually tell you about something we've got coming up where I'm going to get him on the line. We're actually doing a summer marketing camp together just for speakers, where we're going to dive deeper into this, because as I like to say, to succeed speaking, you have to succeed marketing. But most speakers really don't like marketing. It's not that much fun. It's not why you got into this business, probably. So so we're going to try to dive deeper into some marketing issues and talk about the good, bad, the ugly of speaker marketing, and show you how you can actually be more effective at it. And I guess I should say at this point, why is it that this guy is going to be my guest on that program? It's not only because that his materials cut through the crowd, but he actually, before he became a speaker, he now speaks about lessons from riding his motorcycle around the world. It was a 3-year journey, a lot of exciting stories and interesting lessons. But before that, for over 20 years, he was an advertising and marketing consultant and led numerous campaigns for businesses of all sizes. He founded one of the top 50 digital advertising agencies, and he's a past president of the American Advertising Federation. So he knows a little bit about marketing and advertising, which might be why he had the edge in sending in his materials. So let me show you some of his materials. Let me grab them here. And I first heard from him, again, it was in February of 2010. So the first thing I heard from him, I got a postcard, and I'm holding the postcard right here. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's a nice imagery there. That's from his motorcycle trip. And you can see on the other side of it is a note there from him. Alan Carl is his name, and the note card says, "Ever seen anything like this? Something fresh and exciting coming your way soon." Well, that got my attention. That's pretty interesting, because usually speaker materials, sorry to say, they're not that fresh and exciting. So I was interested, but I got the postcard, filed it away. I thought, well, okay, we'll see what comes next. About a week later, I got another postcard from him with some more nice pictures here, another note on the back of it that leads with, what does it take to really connect with people? And he goes on and he says, now it's time. But nothing here, it's nothing about how great a speaker he is, how he should add, or how I should add him to my roster, to our roster here at the Speakers Group, which is what a lot of speaker materials look like. So we got this postcard. Still nothing I can do here. It's just a postcard. As a matter of fact, I don't think his website is even on here. So just a postcard. Then about a week later, I got this nice package. And I don't know if it shows on the video, but it's kind of a nice heavy card stock, and has a nice label on the front. And you open it up, and there's this folder inside, which is that same kind of raw cardboard card stock, and had a nice little seal here that you had to break to get into it. And then you open it up, and there's his promo kit with some more pictures, brochure, DVD is in there. There's his business card, and that is how it all began with me and Alan. I first heard of him in February of 2010, and over the course of the year, he stayed in touch with me. We had some conversations, and it was never about book me as a speaker. I mean, obviously, I knew that's what he wanted, but it was never about how great he is as a speaker, how he's the perfect fit. None of that. It was just real conversation. And sure enough, about a year later, this February, we booked him, and the event was just a few weeks back, and it went really well. So I look forward to seeing what else we can do together. But now, let's fast forward a bit. Alan and I were hanging out together in San Diego. I went into town for the International Association of Speakers Bureaus board meeting and convention. So had some downtime. Alan and I got together and spent a few hours one night, and just had a good time. But we were talking about marketing, and if you followed my Succeed Speaking materials much, you know I love creative marketing, creative approaches, and that's what Alan has done for his whole career. So as we were talking, I asked him at one point, it just dawned on me, I said, hey, would you be willing to get together, let's come together, put together a session, a training program for speakers where you can share with them some of your lessons from marketing and advertising, learned from the mainstream world, I guess if you want to call it that, outside the speaking industry. Because I think that kind of fresh outsider approach is always helpful, and he agreed to it. And so over the last few weeks, we've been putting together this program, and for the month of June, we're having what we're calling the Summer Marketing Camp for Speakers, and we're going to kick it off with 2 free sessions. First one is going to be kind of a crossfire kind of deal where Alan's going to grill me, I'll grill him. I'll be sharing my lessons and thoughts coming from the Speakers Bureau world, and Alan's going to bring his perspective as a speaker and also as a kind of a marketing guru. So I think you'll get a lot of great value out of that. We're going to be talking again about, you know, good, bad, and ugly when it comes to speaker marketing, some things that speakers may forget when they're doing their marketing that can really power up their marketing materials and campaigns. And then you may have seen I did the website makeover clinic a few weeks back, or it's probably been a couple months ago now, I guess. And it was a big hit, and there were more websites than we could get to. Basically, we just got on the line together, and I went through websites just critiquing what was good, what was bad, what could be better. Well, we're going to do that. Alan and I are going to do that with speaker marketing materials. So not just websites, but any marketing materials. Anything is fair game. We'll dive deeper into to his materials and show you what worked about them. Because here's the thing: there are a few things you can learn from what Alan did. One, I stressed that he wasn't just all about himself as the speaker. That's a big deal, because if you want to stand out from the crowd, everybody's saying, look at me. So you've got to do something a little bit different. He did that, and also he didn't just send, it wasn't a one and done kind of deal where I got one postcard and never heard from him. So the sequence, that was important, but exactly how did he structure that sequence? What was the thought behind it? That's part of what we're going to talk about. And it's not just about being creative. I have to stress that. It's not just about being creative or creating a gimmick, because I've got this other item that I received from a speaker. It's a little bottle here. Looks like it has a message in a bottle, which was extremely creative, and I've kept it on my desk, but you may notice the thing has never been opened. So I can see enough inside. There's a business card in there, and I can read a little bit about, I can see the note here. So I know I'm not missing anything as far as that goes, but I just want to stress it's not just about being creative and a gimmick, because this sits on my desk. Alan's materials, you notice I'm hanging on to these. I got them over a year ago, going on a year and a half ago, and I've still got them. This was well before we ever talked about doing any program together. I just held on to them because I liked what he did. I liked his approach. And so that's an example of something that works. Here's something that fell short, at least with me. So we're going to get Alan's insights on the strategy behind an effective marketing campaign. We're going to talk about branding yourself, how to create a real communication and marketing platform that connects with your audience, that's true to you. And so again, we're going to kick it off with 2 free sessions, and then we'll tell you a little bit more. We're going to dive deeper then over the course of the rest of the month. But what I'd like you to do, if you're interested, sign in below, and it's totally free for these first 2 sessions. So We're going to give you some great content, but sign in and also let us know what is your biggest challenge or your biggest question when it comes to marketing. So we'll try to address that in these sessions and make it really effective for you. But I'm excited because, again, to succeed speaking, you must succeed marketing, but it's something that most speakers just don't spend a lot of time on to really learn. So here's a great chance to get an expert on the line. You've got his 20 years, my 12 plus years booking speakers. We're going to get together, share the best of what we've learned with you. And I know for a fact it's going to help you in your business and help you book more dates, because that's the goal. It's not just about having fun with marketing. It's about booking dates, and that's what we're going to focus on. So I hope you'll join us. Sign in below. Let us know what your question is, and then we'll get you all the details with the access to the first session, and we'll kick it off here in just a few days. So thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.